Marmorino Palladino is a low-sheen, lime-based, medium-grain marble plaster used for creating a variety of stone finishes. You can really show off your unique creativity. The patterns and the color combinations are endless. Marmorino Palladino diagonal stamps. You will first need to apply the Meoded quartz primer. Watch the primer video for proper application. Let the quartz primer dry for a minimum of 5 hours before adding plaster. Apply the first coat of Marmorino Palladino with a stainless steel spatula. Cover the entire surface in a smooth and even fashion while maintaining a wet edge. Work in square yard sections, pulling excess material from one yard to the next. Clean all the extra plaster off with a trowel, creating a thin, even layer. Wait for it to set for 15 to 20 minutes. Check for lines. If lines are visible, prepare to smooth them. Rub the surface with a damp sponge in a circular motion to ensure an even coat. Allow at least 12 hours to dry. Apply the second coat of Marmorino Palladino in a nice, consistent, but not too thin layer. There needs to be enough material to play with and create a texture. Immediately use the Regato tool. Using the Regato tool, create diagonal patterns by lightly stamping the tool diagonally across the surface. This grabs the material up, creating rough textured gaps. We are creating a diagonal pattern, but you can create any pattern you like. Wait for it to set for 15 to 30 minutes, depending on the temperature. Once the surface is 80% dry, go back over it with the trowel and smooth just the top of the texture. You don't want to close it. If it's too wet, too much of the material will move, closing the gaps. Allow the surface to dry for 12 hours minimum, depending on the temperature. For a metallic shine, add a sapphire metallic finish. We've chosen a non-tinted white Marmorino Palladino plaster and covered it with a silver metallic finish. However, you can tint the plaster to any color. One choice is to tint the plaster to a similar color as the metallic finish. For example, you could do a gray plaster and a silver metallic finish. Or for a golden look, choose a yellow tinted plaster with a golden metallic finish. For a different look, you could also tint the plaster one color and fill in the gaps a different color. You can let your creativity run wild here. The color combinations are endless. To add an extra element of depth, apply dark hydro wax in the textured gaps. Immediately clean the extra wax off of the surface to eliminate any extra lines. Marmorino Palladino diagonal stamps. The wall is your canvas. Marmorino Palladino Regato Stamps Regular is a quick and easy way to transform a wall into an authentic, highly textured stone look in a very short amount of time. Use the correct primer on the surface and then apply 2 coats of the Marmorino Palladino onto the wall. Make the second coat not too thin or not too thick. You have to have enough material to do the texture and keep it consistent throughout. While the second coat is still wet, take the Regato tool and stamp it across the entire surface, pulling up material and creating a rough texture. Cover the entire surface. Allow the surface to set for 15 to 30 minutes, depending on the temperature. After it's 80% dry, lightly smooth over just the top of the texture with the trowel. Not too hard or you'll close the texture. Allow the surface to dry for 12 hours minimum, or until fully dry. Sand the surface using 280 to 320 sandpaper grit by hand or machine. Once it's sanded, be sure to clean off all the extra dust with a clean rag. Choose the sapphire metallic color of your choice and dilute it up to 10%. Now with a damp sponge, cover the entire surface, making sure it gets into all of the cracks and holes. Remember to start light. You can always go darker, but you can't go lighter. For an authentic look, fill in some areas more than others. Allow it to dry for 3 to 4 hours. Choose the Hydro Wax color of your choice and apply it across the surface, darkening some areas more so than others, while giving the surface a high sheen finish. In just a few simple steps, you can completely transform a wall into a highly textured, rich stone look.